Hey, traders. Happy Monday to you. Hope you're having a good start to the week and, just here every day looking at various assets across multiple markets. That's kind of why you're here. Maybe we find an edge, maybe we don't. Maybe it's a good stream, maybe it's a bad stream. You just never know. But Silver Bitcoin, no real development has occurred besides a successful backtest of the old demand line. It's now potentially a supply line. At the same time, you're also below that 200 moving average. You could be in the midst of painting some bearish consolidation. Yeah, like a flag or a bearish pennant of some sort. And really still there's no edge so much on the oscillators, not on the daily nor the 4-hour. Maybe something on the 60-minute, but 60-minute, it's very unreliable. Man, you don't want to be using that 60-minute at all unless the 4-hour and daily are backing up that 60-minute. So, this could continue on. Maybe it could just skate along outside of the old demand line until testing 58,000 to 58,500 before selling off. That's a big resistance that you remember, don't you? The old February 21st all-time high. So you can't really be very confident yet. Look, I mean, that's all that's happening, right? I mean, bearish consolidation after an impulse down. Hard to be like, oh, I can't wait to take a long right now based on technical analysis, right? I mean, you could take a long and you flip that coin, because without an edge, you're flipping a coin, it could just go up, Same time, if it looks like this, it very well could go down, right? One thing about this, what's really interesting, it just made my memory freak out a little bit, okay? There was a huge structure just like this back in October of 2019. I'm just going to go back. I haven't done this today, but I just want to do it, I don't know, with you, see what happens, Larry. Okay, so back here, there was an old big wedge of some sort, dude. It was crazy, okay? It was wild. I mean, it was like we're thinking, oh man, this could be it for Bitcoin. Yeah, look at this huge, right? Huge downslope consolidation structure. Same thing, like very similar price action. It was a technical thing that happened on Bitcoin, and you broke out, right? Dude, this is it, right? And then it looked like what we're seeing right now, kind of, right? Kind of like that, right? Dang, dude, it's the same chart. It's the same chart. So, and this is just a failed breakout, right? Where eventually what occurred after a while, right, just floating along, a dump, and then eventually an inverse head and shoulders developed. That was a trade setup, if you remember. And it ran up, and then a COVID crash happened. So I'm just going back, thinking about things that have happened in the past, similar to maybe what's going on now. So it's not, just because you break out of a consolidation structure or just some sort of structure doesn't necessarily mean it's gonna keep heading up immediately or ever, right? Could be a fake out. So I just wanted to bring that up. I don't know, man. Like, whatever. Probably not helpful, but okay, sweet. So much different times we're in, right? Where it's like, hey, we looked at it and it's like, right, it's a falling wedge, and then it broke out, dude. It broke out, and we're consolidating above it. It looks so nice, and then, yeah. So, but let's just say a fake out didn't happen. I mean, you could just say an impulse down, like 50K. I mean, if it was if it was an impulse down, then bearish consolidation, it was going to leg down again 50K. You'd think psychological resistance near that March 25th area. I would hope that doesn't happen, of course, for the sake of everyone, but whatever. And it's kind of crazy, right, with Bitcoin just not being volatile today. Look what can happen to some of these altcoins. Dogecoin's up 23%. Batcoin came out of nowhere just recently. It just was up 6%. Binance Coin's been up most of the day, about 5-6%. Maker's up 12%. It was up more. Monero's now up. So you got some altcoins just randomly waking up towards the end of the day, but you just can't, right now, you just can't feel that great about Bitcoin yet until we gain an edge on the 4-hour and daily. If you go to the daily, you look at it, it really doesn't look that great, man. I mean, really, dude, let's see. What has happened? Yesterday, with confirmation on the daily close, there was a breakout. Today, you're confirming what was once support. Support is resistance. An indecision candle after a markdown, big nasty Saturday candle, right? And there's nothing implying upside right now. Even though it could go up, nothing's implying it. Therefore, you don't have an edge as a trader. So it's kind of, you're just flipping a coin, and you don't want to be being a trader, playing the numbers game with a 50% chance. Okay, you just don't coin flip. So I just wanted to go into that a little bit for you. All right, everyone, okay. Good Monday? Yes, no, maybe so. Stock market didn't really do well today either. There were only 34 gainers on the S&P 500. Bunch of losers, right? Nvidia up there, Tesla, NEO. God, he's not on the S&P, but just Adobe, Intel, right? And IBM reported earnings afterwards, and they somehow beat, but it was like, whatever, dude. They still make a lot of money, and again, just looking at IBM because I own it, it's up. But I think this is going to be a nothing burger gap, and that will fill probably either by tomorrow or sometime soon. It's like $3, so great stuff. Look at the gap on Bitcoin futures. Let's look at that. Bitcoin futures, yeah, what a gap. What a gap. And man, it's so close to filling the gap from March 26th.
And just having you here on stream doing charts is therapeutic in this time. I just wanted to thank you for everything you do and all the lives you've impacted in a great way. 0.006842335 ETH.
Dude, Nick, man, really sorry to hear about that. I cannot imagine the day that happens to me. I just can't imagine, man. So what you're going through, but hopefully you were able to spend time with him while he was on this earth, and you were able to create a lot of memories, and hopefully maybe one day you'll be able yourself to be a dad and do the same thing, right? And instill the values that he taught you in your child. Or if not, right? Hopefully you're able to instill those values into your friends, your family, right? Honor his legacy by, being like him in his good ways, right? Positive ways. So thank you, dude, for the 20 or the 15 of Ethereum. Thank you, dude. So, oh man, what are we gonna do here? It's probably the same structure. I don't really mess around with it. That's pretty interesting. Wow, look at futures. How is it? It's different than spot, is it not? It's very, very different. Just skating along that demand line where in Bitcoin spot price you have certainly broken out. That is nice. But definitely a rising wedge. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 touches. Now 6 touches. That's a big time rising wedge, okay? So anytime you have a pattern that looks like that, man, I mean, it's hard to say, oh, there's so much upside on Bitcoin still, though it could keep going up because it's a fixed supply asset, inflation, all that. Gap fill up there now. Same time, it's like, where were you? Down here, there were trade setups on this Bitcoin GBTC too. Just when you mark up so high, you're so high up here, and this pattern, which is inherently bearish, is here. It's just really hard to justify. Oh, it's a beautiful time. Take long, right? And nothing is implying upside quite yet on the oscillators on Bitcoin futures. But the good news is you could have potentially maybe filled a gap at 54,000 from March 26th, and now there's a gap at 61,900. So that's it. All right, let's go to Ethereum. Messing around with the channel here. It's really well respected. It's one on the bottom, January 11th. Another one February 28th, and then the third one on February 20th, right? It's nice how you hit the 161 at extension, the pattern completion zone of the bearish deep crab. At the same time, you hit a supply line, it seems, and you just kind of up thrusted through it, and a tweezer top appeared. And it's at this current time, there's still, like on the daily, certainly no edge, right? Remember, an edge doesn't mean, oh, it's gonna go down or go up. That means there's a coin flip's chance it could go up or down, right? So it's hard to be like, hey, it's time to take action on Ethereum, even though what was once resistance certainly is, for now, in the past 48 hours, support, right? The old February 20th high is support. So it's pretty tethered up with Bitcoin on its price action. very, I mean, it's almost identical in ways, right? Where one valley, you rally, a second valley. I mean, that is in a way where, hey, is that a confirmation low? It looks okay, but at the same time, if Bitcoin's going to leg down again, then you know Ethereum's going to leg down too. I just think it's impressive where Ethereum is. I think anything above $2,000 is extremely bullish. Yep. So that's Ethereum, man. In a mega channel, right? A mega channel. At least since January, and there is, you're trying to bounce off that heart line, right? Where look, resistance, 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 support, resistance, resistance, support. You're trying to hold it as support again. That's good. Some people will be like, oh, it's a dragon pattern without any help on the oscillator so much, really, right? Yep. Let's go on the 60-minute just for fun, just to see. That 60-minute, man, that's... Alright, that's really nice. But there was divergence before and it dumped. But look, man, this is very real. And I'm not saying, hey, it's time to take a long chat. Let's just see how the 60-minute does, right? It's... Alright, that's all we're doing here. We don't like the 60-minute for taking longs by themselves, but it's fun to just look at it and be like, hey, you don't have an edge on the 4 hour yet. We'll see what the 60-minute does. So one valley, a second valley at a critical ice line with bullish divergence on both oscillators. I mean, again, that was what Bitcoin was doing on the 60-minute and Saturday before the huge dump. So whatever, but it could be educational because on the 4 hour daily, this is exactly what we want to see. This is actionable if it's on the 4 hour daily, right? One valley, like a double bottom with exhaustion being identified. Yeah. So this on the 60-minute implies upside. See what happens. All right. Cool story, bro. I'm gonna delete it. I got like limited data. I mean, the more things I draw all across all these markets, like TradingView will be like, you're out of memory, dude, because you have 10 trillion different entities on different charts. It's like, yeah, okay. All right, let's just go to Dogecoin, our new overlord. That's up 30% today. Let's just talk about this right now. If 1 hour and 40 minutes went by right now and it closed as is, it'd be the highest 4 hour candle close of all time. This thing is an outperformer. This thing was showing hidden bullish divergence down here. Yes, a few assets across this market were showing hidden bullish divergence. This one, look how the TA is being respected. Outperforming the respect, right? Because it's super bullish right now.
Your request should cost $5 as everyone is so sad and disappointed, and no one is requesting anything. Cool face, you are doing amazing. Learned a lot from you. God bless, John 3:16.
Wow, so I need to deval, so my analysis is worth less, way less, because Bitcoin dropped. Okay. Thank you, dude. My analysis is only worth $20 when Bitcoin's going up, right? Anyway, so why even watch the stream if my analysis is worth $5, dude? Why even watch it? That's like, really? Dude, hamburgers cost more than $5. My analysis is worth a hamburger, dude. Or almost a hamburger. I got you, dude. But I bet you money there are people that do requests or something on their stream that do that. So you can go to them. It's fine. Okay, Dogecoin 50 cents is the target. Like, that's it, man. Like, that's like where you are. You could also do XABCD. I think Scott Carney was talking about BAT or something. But if the BAT keeps going like it is, then you're talking about a crab pattern, which is probably above 50 cents, right? I think it was a little too perfect, but I think he just had it plotted like this. A 1618 way up there. It was about the exact same low. What was the 1618? Well, 59 cents, man. So I think 50 cents first target. That's a huge psychological resistance. All right. and you're not overbought, your positive momentum's building, buyers don't seem to be exhausted yet, so a meme stock or a meme asset like Dogecoin, yeah, could just continue to be nuts. Okay, congratulations, longs.
It's so cute.
So cute. Is that true, man? Thank you for the 5 Canadian super chat. Appreciate it. Okay, so Litecoin, let's just go to Litecoin, down 3%, doing the almost an identical thing here. I mean, it's just like, oh, we're looking at the Bitcoin chart, aren't we? Or something. It finally broke that nice curved line. That was beautiful, right? And then you snapped it, you're out of it. But man, what was once resistance here, and from 2018 is support twice. So it's like, you know, not really showing any hidden bullish divergence. It's just kind of way too much oscillation in between to identify it. But man, where you are, the level. Bo, thanks for the 2628 and not, you know, only liking me when Bitcoin's up and then wanting to devalue what I do when Bitcoin's down. It's at 56K too. That's what's crazy. Anyway, so the level that Litecoin's at is really good. If it can hold above that 238, 245 level long enough, and even 254. Yeah, let's see a double bottom. I made it on the 60-minute. It looks like Ethereum, right?
Cheeseburger for me, please.
Yeah, definitely like divergence, convergence going on. Thank you, Pablo, for the burgers, the £5 super chat. Thank you, dude. So yeah, it's like, is it a bear flag? Is it bearish consolidation, or is it trying to double bottom? Great question. Wherever Bitcoin is, let's flip that coin. Whichever way Bitcoin decides to go here without an edge, that's exactly where Litecoin's going. There's no way Litecoin will literally inverse Bitcoin here. So flip the coin, whatever way it lands, that's where Bitcoin's going for now.
Some fries to go with your burgers, cutie.
Thank you, Matthew L. Okay, thank you. Appreciate it, but I don't eat carbs, really, so carbs are the enemy. Okay, just, you know, there are times and places where there are streams where, oh my god, everything's setting up for higher prices. Things are at low risk areas, right? I mean, holy crap, dude, there's a confirmation low, inverse head and shoulders. It's neckline. It is a bullish cipher pattern, you know, like continuation of the uptrend. Oh my god, it looks ready. It looks you know, if you watch stream 7 days a week, but then it's like we get here and it's like, well, you just had a stupid run. I mean, you just had from the low point from March 25th to the high point. We're talking in 22 days, Litecoin appreciated in value 100%. And now we get a buying climax sell-off, right? So what do you like when it just happens? It's too it's just not enough data. Not enough data to determine where something could be going with the, you know, using technical analysis. You're waiting. It's consolidating. At least it's holding support. But that's only because Bitcoin's holding 55K for now. Bitcoin rolls over and sees 50K. You know Litecoin almost certainly is going down to 225, and then after that 195 Bitcoin dumps. So
that $5 request was pure ironic. Rolling eyes face, making a joke of the amount of requests you are receiving now after the drop. Unamused face.
Oh yeah, sure, dude. Yeah, I mean, like everyone loves you when when you're up, and then everyone ignores you, hates you when you're down, type thing. Yeah, dude, that's life, though, right? That is not just the dynamic of this stream, which is very real. Like, people don't show up for the stream. A lot of people don't show up for the stream when Bitcoin's down like this. They only show up when Bitcoin's pumped. When the edge occurred and it played out and it's run up, you know, or Litecoin ran up 100%, people cared then. Yeah, dude, that's life, man. You just gotta. I get it, dude. So, but, you know, the beauty is if you're persistent throughout all that, the world is yours, right? How many people will, just like people don't show up to tip or request things or to watch, right? Just the same, people in my position won't show up to stream, won't show up to create content because there's no hype. It's the same thing on my side, but one thing's real, my persistence, I'm gonna be here, whether Bitcoin's pumping, dumping, or doing nothing. All right, so will it be a lesson? Be persistent, man. Because guess what? If it's not pumping or dumping today, it might do it tomorrow.
I love you always, brother. Heart.
What's up, Matthew? Thank you, dude. What's up, Elliot? Julian? Thank you. Yep.
Peace every day.
What's up, Dow Jones, dude? Thank you, dude. Okay, so enough looking at Litecoin. I mean, you could just go across the market. Pretty much everything looks the same except Maker. Maker's, wow, what a crazy. It's almost like you could see a scuffed inverse head and shoulders. What a bullish engulfing candle. That bullish engulfing candle is not invalid until a candle closed below $32.97, $3,300. So there was, in fact, hidden bullish divergence on this one, just like Bitcoin Cash, but has not yet recaptured the highs it saw April 15th, which was, 4 days ago. And where is it? Where is Maker? Well, from its previous high to that low, high to low, a 1.618 fib extension, a gold mean ratio, tested once, maybe twice soon. So bucking the trend, bucking what the macro is doing. Okay. BNB is another one that's bucking it today, up 6%. But at the same time, it's just kind of like, okay, great. Hasn't really broken any technical areas. Hasn't made higher highs yet. You could just rest assured if Bitcoin dumps again, then yeah, I mean, I don't think it's probably going to be good for Binance, Doge, or anything for that matter. So I guess if you want Binance to perform well, you want Doge to continue performing, you want Maker to perform the way it is, just Bitcoin do nothing. Just don't be volatile to the downside, because everything dumped when Bitcoin dumped when it was volatile Saturday night. So what's up with the ones, dude? Oh, okay, one if you watch every day. Thank y'all. Yeah, I mean, there are real ones for sure that watch every day. And I am very grateful for that. And really, dude, holy crap, we have like multiple new annual patrons. And wait and say thanks, man. Nikolai S, thank you for joining the Patreon annually this morning. Very early morning when the sun was up. Cheers, dude. Hopefully you noticed and go to the Patreon, the Discord, if you haven't. And then Michael S, Mark, Sergio S, and Joseph H. Thank you all for joining the Patreon between the last stream and this one. Really appreciate y'all. Be sure to see the Patreon and Discord. You got to do it. All right.
Can you describe the difference between consolidation and absorption? Appreciate the education.
Consolidation and absorption. I mean, they can be the same thing. Literally can be the same thing. Victor. What's up, Tuckafu, man?
Tuckafu tip $24.24. Your daily streams and your time is priceless, brother. I joined the Patreon primarily to support you and what you do for all of us. Thank you. Can we look at XVG/USD, please? Here every day with you for my commute home. Heart.
We'll look at Verge, dude. Thank you.
Wagga 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 11.11000000 die.
Wiggy, thanks for the stable coin contribution 1112. Thank you, dude. All right. Thank you. XRP, let's look at XRP real quick. Down 3.62%. Still in that down sloping channel. right? It's very similar to what Bitcoin's doing right now in ways like Coin, Ethereum, right? They have Valley. It's like outperforming Ethereum in ways, right? Because Ethereum had like almost perfect double bottom. This one's like the higher low, just like Bitcoin.
For me, I think I see a bearish divergence on the 4-hour. Maybe you could tell me how likely it is to play out. Thanks for the help as always.
Thank you, Sam, for the 21.99 euro super chat. Sure, we'll do it. All right. Thank you. Is there an edge? No, there's no edge. Not on 4-hour, and you haven't even back tested 122 yet as support. So, and you haven't broken a supply line. There's just, I'm just looking at these charts, and it's just like the move happened Saturday night. It's Monday. So, yep, not enough time's really gone by for a 4-hour or daily edge. Not even close. So, $1.36. Nice higher low for now. Okay. Let's look at the S&P 500 real quick for a second. You know, wow, that old supply line is a demand line. We got a chance, chat. We got a real chance. I hope it happens. Hopefully the market participants get it, dudes. I think you do. It's 420 tomorrow. Hopefully S&P 500 can hit 4,200.
Is that a joint?
Or the SPY could hit $420.
Is that a joint?
It's not over. It could happen. You just gotta have a good day. That's it. But yeah, it's kind of crazy, right? The supply line's now kind of a demand line. I mean, for the first time kind of ever. You know, down 0.53% today. Something's gonna give eventually, but in their gap fills, plenty of gap fills below you. So Dow Jones, similar stuff, right? It's like pretty much at all-time highs. You know, just down a little bit off that, and no edge, nothing implying downside. I mean, it's just like, you know, just you have this positive momentum that's just sitting there and not much of it, right? So eventually there will be, just like there always is, there is a pullback that you get, you know, before you go higher again, before you rip higher. And there's a gap fill at like 33,166, but eventually 35K. This craziness is to continue, man. All right. Nasdaq Composite. Oh, it was so close to all-time highs, right? It hit an 88% retrace.
How high is the Jesus Chimes singing? Is that a joint? 0.0045521 ATDH.
When someone joins Patreon, yes. Or when someone tips $420, yes. That is the golden voice Jesus Chimes, yes. Thank you, Nick. So an 88% retrace, so you could say, oh, it was a bearish bat pattern. So you're getting maybe a reaction at, dang, that's a little too deep though. 68% is too deep, but nevertheless, 886. A little bit higher. Right, you could get a reaction there, pull back, maybe back test 13,726. I just worry about too many gaps, man. There are four gaps just below you, you know, so at some point you think those would fill. They like always do. They almost always do. So we'll see. And maybe like, you know, it pulls back, you get the reaction, maybe 1 or 2 gaps fill, and then it continues on, you see all-time highs. So you need big mega cap assets to perform well. And they have been lately. They have been doing okay. Russ 2000 still in a rut. I think, yep, it's just sideways in the dead middle of a trading range. So it's kind of tough to assess risk here. Down 1.36%. This one's been lagging for a while now, right? It's been underperforming. Now, at one time, it was outperforming the other major index funds, but now it's just sideways consolidating. So gold's still above critical area, but you got to get above 1800. You really do. Right, gold, anything. I mean, that's pretty friggin' good, man. But dude, 1800. Why is 1800 so important? You have to go to history to see it. Like, it's good that you're above this other mini high, like that one from December 1st, 2011 and February 2012, and kind of November 2012. But like you can see clearly where like the big area is, and that's $1,800. What's up, Obi dude? Thanks for the burgers, dude.
Here is 20 Mitch burgers.
All the burgers, dude. We're gonna do things. Hello. Oh, thank you, William, for the super sticker. It said ha ha ha. Thank you, dude. Right back at you.
Can you take a look at Dish? Thanks for the TA.
Normally, I'd be like, yeah, let's look at Dish Network, but then it might have been like, oh, dude, I accidentally misspelled Dash. Axel, just make sure. Okay. It's not Dash, and it's actually Dish Network. Sure, we'll look at it. So yeah, dude. I mean, you're getting there, but you're not out of the woods till 1800. Okay, you just can't ignore it. How can you ignore that? That's even a high point on the daily where traders set it up their highest point, August 11th, 2011, and then it was created there for a pullback. And then after that, only after that, did the price action correlate to it. So there's still work to be done. It's not over. If anything, I could extend this to like this, and then it's like, then you really know. Okay, so you're just in this chop zone, the chop zone. You get above it, you're in really good shape. But dude, you just gotta think about inflation's coming, right? Like heavy inflation's coming. Remember, even the Weimar Republic, they turned on those printing presses, and the hyperinflation didn't even start until 2 years later. And I know it's obviously they're different. It's not the same, but kind of is the way they print the money. It didn't exist. They printed a lot of it. Yeah, that's what central banks are doing now around the world. So gold's in a long-term, multi-year uptrend, but in a mid-term downtrend and a 250-plus day downtrend. Eventually, you'd think the bulls will retake the trend. Okay. Composite operator, man, composite man down here, acquiring his position. Central banks. $155 billion worth of gold acquired, which is like nothing now, right? With all the money printing, but versus what I think only $10 billion worth of bonds purchased in a 6-year period down at those levels. So you think like they're still holding that gold. Sure, a lot of people still holding gold, but it looks like maybe soon people could start really buying more of it. Okay, so. Makes sense. Better than fiat, right? Definitely better than the United States dollar or any other currency. Oh,
we
God,
send
dude.
some love to Mitre and all the crypto supporters out here.
Thank you, everyone, for all their advertising. Masked as support. Thank you, dude. Okay, request. What is the request? I don't know. I'm checking. Oh, Verge. Yeah, Verge. It's all stupid up in here. Verge coin. Right, parabolic uptrend continues. No damage done. Look how it legs up even more. I mean, it's crazy, dude. Absolutely crazy. Another leg up on it. Look, it almost hit that target, right? It almost hit that high point, 81 cents, right? I want to monitor this every day. Hit 80 cents, dude. That is crazy. So there's nothing I can tell you, man. Like, it's not at a low risk area for a long right now, but my God, it's going to, and there was hidden bullish divergence here in the end just a few days ago, right? On the daily. That's really nice. So that implied upside, and the upside occurred. I have no idea. Like, I don't know, because there's all these passing correlations between assets, right? You know, what happens, like, you remember in the summer of last year, Bitcoin and gold were going up at the same time, but gold was outperforming Bitcoin for a while, like big time. And then what happened? Bitcoin continued to rally, and then, you know, the leaves were green, they started to turn orange and yellow, and then gold had a buying climax where it hit over $2,000, and then that was the beginning of a 250 plus day correction we just witnessed, we've been going through, while Bitcoin said, no, news-driven catalysts started appearing. Bitcoin started making technical breakouts, 11,463 in October. Right, heck, man, in July, Bitcoin broke out of its log scale symmetrical triangle, 2.5 years consolidation. But again, like with the technicals, PayPal and Square, right? That was when PayPal announced on October 19th. Or October 8th was Square announcing $50 million going into Bitcoin for their cash reserves, and then October 19th was when when PayPal announced they were going to be implementing crypto trading on their application. So then it just moon after that. It's been going ever since, nonstop. I mean, except until, right, February 21st, really. I mean, February 20th is really when everything it's just been Chop City for 2 months now. 2 months of just complete chop on Bitcoin. Hasn't really, it's making like new all-time highs, but very briefly, right? It's not anything to write home about. So it's kind of like the price discovery has been stalling for months now, right? What's up, Victory? Thanks for the merchandise purchase. Supporting the stream. Thank you, dude. All right. VeChain. Down 8% roughly today. I mean, if you look at the daily, what can be done, right? As like an actual swing trader that sizes up the charts, I mean, this thing could get wrecked. This thing could have a massive correction at levels like this. 25 cents psychological resistance, that's plotted there just because you know it is. And it's been failing to break it. And so it's, at the same time, I mean, it could just keep on going, man. But that's coin flip stuff. That's literally, there's nothing implying a reversal to the downside or upside here on this daily chart. It's overbought. It's at 77. I mean, there was a time and place. And it was kind of just recently, in early April, before it began the continuation. So you look at something like this on the daily. What do you expect to happen? What could you even think could happen? It could keep going a little bit more, but eventually, man, the reckoning could come. It probably will come. Or straight up, straight down stuff. At least 38, 50%. With Bitcoin the way it looks, not showing an edge and broke out of that wedge and back tested it successfully as resistance when it was once support. I mean, it's probably not good for VeChain or any other altcoin, even Doge. Probably it's not good. Bitcoin's at 56K, no edge. Bearish divergence of the 4 hour, he said. Probably. Oh yeah, bad bearish divergence, like a slightly higher high with much lower levels of positive momentum and relative strength. Yes, so impending price action, reversal to the downside being implied. Yep, so the TA is respected, you reverse here. Yeah, that's not bullish. That's a bearish. Those are bearish signals in a very bullish trend, so they can underperform or be unreliable too. So. Whoops. And thanks for the 1,447 people tuned in. If you're enjoying the live stream, hit the like button above. So thanks everyone for being here, for real. On a day where there is very little price action except for a handful of coins. Really wasn't even that much going on in the stock market today or commodities market. So just one of those days, man. Yeah, so next one was that. Okay. Yeah, so mana. It was seeming like a, remember Wyckoff reaccumulation stuff? Well, that clearly, the confirmation low, it broke out, hit an all-time high on the 17th, and then Bitcoin dumped, and then what happened? So did mana. Mana dumped, but the old top of the range became a support, not once, but maybe twice. And with that going on, you could extend out this here, and you could clearly see that there's even more hidden bullish divergence possibly in development here. And it looked like it was really starting to go. I think just anything Bitcoin pulls back or sells off, it's gonna dictate things for mana. But this is exceptional. Like, don't you always want to see a confirmation low after back testing an old resistance as support once, twice? That's good, man. You think like if it was going to hold here, 150 would be the target again. If you could break that, the 2618 fib extension is $1.89. So yeah, a continuation of hidden divergence, bullish divergence in the 4 hour after back testing an old all-time high at one point. And top trading range as support twice, 1, 2. So it looks great until Bitcoin dumps again, right? And if Bitcoin dumps again, then all right, you're falling right back down into this range. If Bitcoin doesn't dump, then Mana's got a chance. Mana's definitely got a chance to continue higher. Okay. What's up, Dan?
Is that a joint?
Mitch, most of our edges have been erased in the past few days. Your analysis is more valuable now than in the past as we look for edges and entry points. Speaking of erased edges, can you please look at Hex? Edge gone?
Yeah, we can look at Hex. Yeah, edges are gone like everywhere except like a couple, and it was only hidden bullish divergence, which I don't think it can perform very well. It can attempt to rally, but it's gonna be, big one dumps again. That those highs are gonna be unable to make higher highs at the run. So. All right, next one. Oh yeah, Dish Network is at a very critical area. This is a major potential reversal area. Right, 3758 we've had plotted. That's it. One top, a second top. Uh-oh. So it's like bearish convergence here. Yeah, it looks like more downside. That's one top, a second top at an ice line. That's never really good. So you could pull back. I don't know how deep it's going to go, but this was great. Look at an old ice line, 2887. One bottom at the second one, right? And you had great bullish divergence down there. And it eventually ran to the top, like of a range kind of between 2887 3758. This one's like big deal though. You go to the daily. Wait, why was it not visible on the why is that like that, man? Log scale. Yeah, it was just like a nice downtrend. Maybe on the weekly it's there. Yeah, weekly, dude, is crazy, man. The weekly on Dish Network. So nice. Yeah, I mean, it's trying to get above that 200-week moving average, but again, it's down 2.66% today. Right, that's the first time really, since March 15th that it's the first time above the 200-week moving average since July of 2017. So that's good, but that 200-week moving average is still downtrending. It's still down sloping. You want those 200 moving averages to eventually turn around and be up sloping, not down. So. And if we adjust it on a weekly, that wick there, then it's not, look, one high, July 2019, February 2020. You're not above it. You're not able to break it. So this could be a pullback area. But at the same time, you know, pull back, make a higher low, then it could just be a dollar cost average area with such a huge structure like this. Upside eventually $50, and then after that you got $66. It's like that's the zone up there. So I wouldn't say it's an inverse head and shoulder. I mean, you could say left shoulder here, head, and then maybe right shoulder. That's pretty nice. But you have to break 2887. As you can see, 2887, February 2016, September 2018. Look at this high. This high from September of 2003. You gotta break that and hold it. If you do, you're going up to $45, $50, and if you ever break $50, it's the big one. You're going to $66 after that. So, not sure if it's like a great long right now, but you know exactly what has to happen, right? 37.58, and the supply line needs to be broken for real for the breakout. Okay, 4 hours we saw was bearish divergence. Okay. Still look though, a low, a higher low, higher lows. You do have clear forms of accumulation going on. That is very, very real there. But again, you just got other places where there are sell orders. So yeah, it's not bad for the long term. As long as it just keeps making these higher lows. Comcast, or Dish, not Comcast, is going to break to new levels and do what Comcast did, which went nuts last year. It had been going nuts. All right, X, which is down 10%. Let's do this. Let's start on the daily. All right, what was once resistance back from October 31st of last year is now attempting to be a support, but unfortunately, man, there's no edge at this level, and it was pathetic. It was like scalpers, bots, had limit buys set up at that high, and bids came in and pushed it up, but that's it. Profit taking's had, and now it's selling off again. It's probably going to go test that again, and if it breaks it, then you know you're just hoping for another higher low, right? I mean, that's what the name of the game on Hex is, like a low, a higher low, slightly, then more higher lows, and hopefully you're just gonna get another higher low. You had an up thrust. It was very promising, but then it's actually not too bad compared to what Bitcoin did, right? On its sell off. This is probably a demand line or something.
Noise! Hey Mitch, love you long time brother, been following you for 2 years, especially when I was a truck driver, just joined your Patreon yesterday and really loving it. Could you please take a look at news, Genius Brands?
Sure, Tudor, thank you man for joining the Patreon, and thanks so much for all the support over all the years, man. Alright, like 2 years ago, people really didn't care, so cheers dude. Yeah, invest in yourself, man. Invest in yourself. And Patreon's great way to kind of keep you accountable, you know, being part of the community in there. That Patreon chat in the Discord. Yeah, I'll pin that. Yeah, there's the, I'm going to pin that link, just whatever. Just know, like, Patreon, like for people who join next month, it's going up. Like for new patrons, it's going to be $150 versus $130. Thank you, inflation. But you know, if you join now and you're going to renew or whatever, as long as you renew, you'll get grandfathered into the 130 rate. So that's like why we've had a lot of people joining the past few days, because that's happening. So, and the people who are currently patrons, like now and before, nothing changes for you. As long as you're just continuing to renew, it always stays 130. Just for the new people on May 1st, they join, they have to pay 150. So no change for current patrons. So Hex, man, Hex, it's got, look, I mean, this is a zone of support, man. Definitely a zone of support there. You don't really want to fall below that, but again, like the trend is completely fine on Hex until it falls below 0.7 cents. That's the previous discernible swing low on the daily, and that's how you determine when a trend reverses, when it falls below that level, and that's a long way off. So it's still in a very bullish trend for now.
What's up, Mitch? Can we look at NFTI? Thanks for all you do, bro.
So Charizard, thanks, man. Yep. Okay, no sex. Edge gone. Yeah, there is no edge, but eventually, the good news is, whenever this thing decides to bottom out on the daily on Hex, there is going to be hidden bullish divergence. Look, the low, and then the much higher low with much higher levels of negative momentum. Yeah, that's going to be impending price action continuation, the upside, but you got to lose the negative momentum. This is the highest level of negative momentum you've seen since November 22nd of last year. So, again, I think it's fine. I think this asset's in great shape. It's well above the 200-day moving average. It's in a clear uptrend, higher highs, higher lows. Just had an upthrust. Right, there just wasn't quite enough demand to get you over that 1.9 cents area for long. Not enough time or not enough demand to keep it up there. So yeah, all is well in Hex, and it can keep sliding and still be in a bullish trend. So just be cognizant of that. This one, man. Yeah, so this is a Genius Brands that is below an area you want it to be, right? It's multiple areas it's below, right? There's a clear supply line, right, going back from 2015 and 2016, right? You were above it for a little while twice. So you're below that again. And the ice line, one time it was an all-time low. January 2016, you're below that too. So that sucks, man. That's like not like you want to be above those levels. You're below both. So
flag on BTC. Got a little bit of confluence with the 20M and becoming dangerously close to crossing the 200M on the 4HR as well. Sorry if you answered before, I'm at work with bad connection.
Yeah, that's what we talked about at the beginning of the stream. Yeah, it's not really good. There's no edge for bulls. And you broke out, and what was once resistance, or what was once support, is now resistance. So it's not like really, there's not an argument for bulls right now on Bitcoin. There's just not one. That doesn't mean it can't go up, but it's like right now, flip the coin, man. It could land heads or tails. So, I mean, like, despite, all this being below critical zones and levels, man, it's still trying to make higher lows than the previous lows. There was hidden bullish divergence. Last time we looked at it, it looked okay, and then it continued. TA respected, but runs up and then just dumps again. So, I mean, I don't see it. Like, that's one top, that's a second top. Is that a confirmation high? That's not good. Yeah, you're losing your negative momentum, but dude, like, it's below the 200-day moving average now. It's not making higher highs anymore. It's making the same, or sorry, not making higher lows anymore. It's making the same lows. So nothing like right now sticks out to me as like an incredible opportunity to take a long position at this current time. Not yet. Right? I mean, that's what you want to do is you want to get above 187 and then back test it as support. You want to spring back test the spring. And that's when you're looking real good for upside. Did not do that. So that's what you want to monitor if you're going to be thinking about longing Genius Brands. You want to be above 187, and you want to be outside of the downsloping resistance, the supply line, right? You're not above that either. So okay. OTC. This has literally 10,000 volume. 10,000 volume. Charizard. NFTI. Now, maybe this is like NFT something. NFTX, NFTD, NFTI. I'm looking at. Am I crazy here? Am I taking crazy pills? I know you didn't. There's no way you requested this. Is it NFT loot box? Loot? Is that what you mean? Help me out here. Healer? Waiting on Charizard, okay. What is it, boy? I feel like I'm talking to Doge here. Yeah, sorry, typo. You want loot box? Is that what you want to do? We've been here before. It was in an uptrend, wasn't it? To extend that out, and you broke it. And what was once support is resistance, and you reversed again. Wow. Oh, 1272. Wow, at the end, dang. You know, high to low, you hit that 1272 in reverse. It's crazy. So you hadn't seen positive momentum on this asset since March 15th. Gross. I mean, maybe it's bottoming out here. One bottom, a second bottom, and you got much higher levels of relative strength. I don't know, maybe it bottoms here, man. Maybe this is it. I'm not saying it's loot to wrapped ether. You can clearly tell how illiquid it is by the candles. The way, I mean, gaps. There are gaps on this on the 4 hour, dude. Then, like, what? So maybe, man, you know, it's kind of nice formula where you got an old high, right? And you got one bottom, a second bottom there. That's kind of like a confirmation low, but there's no help on the daily. But you'd think eventually that daily is going to switch over to positive. Do it again. I guess, right? That's what we're looking for. I'm not going to do like a publication on this as a trade setup or anything, but yeah, maybe it's 1 and 2.
Your TA would be much appreciated. Thank you, bro.
So no relaxes things at 20, dude. Oh man, some of these S coins, dude. These are like really liquid. Oh man. Things like you're on the other side of the fence. The buying climax was April 5th. It's over, right? Momentum shifted. You're just hanging on by a thread here, man. And like you bounced off it once, and look, like no one cared, no one was buying, and it's back at it, dude. You're hugging it. Once that breaks, dude, you're going straight down to 0.7 of 1 cent, and that's not even a strong support. That's March 20th, and then, dude, there's just no support up here. This is what happens. Like assets will lose like 88% of their value. This thing could get wrecked, man.
Take a look at SHIB/CTH, but smaller time frames, please. THX, man, you be best. Bad boy for life.
If you want, Tonlu, thanks for the
Is that a joint?
Sure. $42 super chat. Jesse Spears, thank you, man, for supporting the stream. I'm glad it's worth it, dude. Thank you. Alright, so I just, like, is there divergence? Maybe there's divergence, but dude, it's like, there's no edge. The time to care about Dent was when the composite operator was acquiring it. Look at, what do you want from an asset, dude? What do you want from an asset? Oh my god, it's from like when it broke out of that Wyckoff range to its highest high of all time, 4,800% appreciation in value in 53 days. Why would you ever want to touch that now? When obviously, like, you're on the other side of momentum now. Now it's just selling off and could continue to sell off. Nothing implies upside now. Nothing, dude. So I'm hands off. I wouldn't be touching this. Good God. 5,000% gains in 50 days isn't good enough for you. You don't need to be trading, okay? Ever. And to be longing something like this is exactly where, like in 2017, assets like this would do that, and then they would eventually go down here and they'd lose literally like 88 to 90%, sometimes 100% of the value before they would go higher. So I don't know, man. You missed the train on this one. I don't know how you don't think you did, right? You certainly missed the train on it. Wow, dude. How much money did the Safe Moon shills put into it? I mean, like, the people, whoever it is, like, there's always this one S coin every cycle that they don't put money into the project. They put it all into marketing, right? They have people, they pay people to come in and talk about it and talk about it and talk. Dude, you think this is our first rodeo, man? You're shilling. We know you're shilling, dude. We know you're shilling on Twitter, on Instagram, on my YouTube live chat right now. Stop shilling, dude.
Target to switch back into ETH. Thanks for the TA.
What's up, Joel? If you want, sure. Yeah. God, man. Shiba, there is no to Ethereum. It is only to wrapped Ethereum. What's up, Smitty, man? Thank you, dude. Thank you, dude. Yep. Look, plug.
Smitty tipped $26. Plug. Thank you.
Thank you, dude. Shooter wrapped either continues to go insane. It's up 89% today. Cool. Here's a chart of it. 16 wrapped ways. Kept going. Now you can't really do anything on it on this chart. It's like that was it. Straight line up. Okay, so you wanted to look at it, Ton Lu. I'm looking at it. If you know, if you're a patron or you've actually invested in yourself and you're learning traditional technical analysis, you would never request this. I don't know why you would request it. All right, we're looking for like an edge. Looking for like, oh, there's a probability it's going to reverse here. Yeah, it looks good. This is a straight line up. It's an asset it's done. Like buying into this is stupid now. It's stupid. You're asking to lose your money. You're asking to supply liquidity to market participants who got in down here so they can dump on your head. Just saying. Whatever.
Mr. Brett tipped $21.08. Greetings from a land that doesn't exist. Can you please look at sol/USDT or sol/BTC? Love this streams. 17.372368 data.
Sure. Yep. We'll do it, bro. Thank you, man, for the 2108. Yep. Maker to Ethereum obviously is up today 15%. It's, well, you see the US dollar pair? Yeah, it's doing well. Kind of crazy over here. This is awesome. Like, man, like, you know, it's a look. This was the lowest low, the all-time low back from 2018. It was like there was a gap down. You can't even see it barely. It's just this little speck on the chart right there. So that's where the trend line is. That's where I'm plotting it. Okay. That's weird, dude. But look at this beautiful spring back test of spring, and you sold off, and then there was like a harmonic right here, like a bullish bat, Gartley bat, 88% retrace, one bottom, two bottoms, right? And now it's rallying, and now there's another little resistance right there at 16969. Wow, that's nice. Super sexual resistance right there. And if it breaks that, you know, you're going to have another resistance at 209. If you break 209, things still are not going to be that interesting. You're going to have a resistance at 285. So it's what a downtrend, though. What a freaking downtrend. Like, it's just been like a, you know, you could plot a channel here. Maybe it's a wedge. It actually looks like a freaking huge wedge.
Safe moon until the wheels fall off. Chart with upwards trend. Chart with upwards trend. Champagne bottle. Champagne bottle. Popcorn.
Okay, shill, dude.
Popcorn. Also, do you
enjoy.
have 18 brothers?
You're not the first. You certainly won't be the last. Shill. Beautiful falling wedge breakout occurring. Wow, chat. Maker to Ethereum is breaking a downsloping resistance that goes all the way back to March 2019. That's happening right now. And you're even from a lowest point, you're now making higher lows. Consecutive higher lows. So this is actually really good. This looks amazing. That's pretty awesome. So nice request. There's an actual development occurring on this. Even though it's up 15% today, that's nice. So you think, if let's just say it was actually going to make a common retrace from the top of the structure. %, retrace, just traditional 303, traditional target. 618, another traditional target. That makes sense. So those will be your targets eventually on Maker to Ethereum. Pretty interesting there, man. Okay. That's nice, dude. That's really nice. Plug straight up, straight down, gap filled. You broke a 28.78 support. What was that 28.78? Yep, this is what happened, dude. You saw what VeChain did, right? VeChain straight line up. Dent, whatever. Dent did it. Plug's doing it. VeChain will probably eventually do something like this. People are going to take massive amounts of profit. The composite operator down here, right? Composite operator acquired his position quietly in early 2019. Okay, and now that composite operator is offloading his position after ridiculous gains. Okay, selling to scrubs. So now it's below, I don't know, I mean, I guess there's one more little valley here, and after that, man, after 24.25, you go straight down to 12.66 again. So that is the cycle, obviously blow off top stuff. So there's no edge with a straight line down, no structure. It's just a straight up, straight down going on. And your negative momentum, it is literally at the highest level since August of 2001 on Plug. You're now like into bearish territory, getting there on the RSI. There's no edge. No edge, just straight line down. No data. So looking at a lot of these cryptos before they don't. Okay. Speaking of insane, right? You just go to the weekly like we looked at on Plug. Sol's doing what Plug did before the eventual dump. This will eventually dump probably just like Plug did. It's the weekly. Non-stop. Non-stop, dude. Non-stop since December 28th, 2020. Alright? So since then, so we're talking 112 days, 2,426% appreciation in value. Crazy. So you requested it, and we're looking at it on the weekly. Yeah, nice, up 0.36% today. Yeah, that demand line held, wow. And then golfing back above it, and just, God, man, look. Gotta love the, like, even these assets, I love how they respect the TA in ways, right, where, look, it eventually broke that resistance, back tested it as support March 31st, and engulfed, and then began again. And then, you know, this is wild, right? Where yesterday it got as low as 2107 and got as high as 3304. That is extreme volatility, man. A lot of these coins have been doing it, right? 56% swing in value yesterday alone. So now pure amounts of indecision, kind of a long-legged doji going on 42 minutes till your daily close, till that's confirmed. This is obviously not a value area for a swing trader. This is just a nice engulfing. Yeah, what if you go indecision day and you gulp tomorrow and you keep going, man? I would think that $40, $50 psychological resistances, if they keep going. What's up, T-Bone, Lucchese? Sure. Sure do. Just really tough, right? I mean, like, there was a great area. Look at ice line, sprung. You back tested the spring late December, a couple days after Christmas. Rally, you broke the range. You back tested a couple of times before you broke out, went to all-time highs, and parabolic run's been going on ever since. Okay, so yeah, it's wild, man. All right, Canan. That at one time was great. It was at a low risk area back when we were watching it. Yeah, this was great at one time. Yes, we loved it back here. Loved it. Looked great. Now it's like, oh boy, you know, you had the, come on, man, composite operator, acquired his position at a reasonable area, right? Let's just say from that low from late January to the high, 853% appreciation in value. Man, you're reversing. You've reversed, right? And so now you're selling off, and yeah, you're at this one little high from when I guess it IPO'd or something, November 2019. You're at it. You're holding it, but there is no hidden bullish divergence. Thought there might have been. Well, there was, and it played out only to make a lower high before dumping again. So there's no edge. I don't know. We're looking at. I like this because we just looked at Sol, okay? And then we looked at Plug and VeChain. You're looking at assets that haven't done what they're gonna do eventually, which is this stuff on the other side. So if it breaks this 1229 area, 1230, 1240, you would think that it's coming down to at least test 609 to 787. There's no structure. There's no bullish structure right here yet. That was a nice engulfing candle yesterday, but dang, what happened today? Like, huh? Yeah, this could be a potential reversal area, but it's not because you have an amazing edge or anything, at least on the daily. 4 hours really nice, though. 4 hour bullish divergence is great. One low, it's the lower low, right? That's awesome there. So you're saying there's a chance. It's the Dumb and Dumber beam, right? That's nasty Momo shifting structure there. It's at the 200 moving average. It's at the ice line. Fill the gap. Nice, fill the gap. So let's see if that lone 4 hour bullish divergence can usher in a reversal here, okay? Too much white space to be like, oh, it's a wedge or something, but I get like, look, you could do this kind of, and it looks like it's, you know, downsloping price contraction, right? So yeah, maybe, I mean, too much white space there, and 1, 2, 3, 4, almost 5 touches. So I mean, let's see if this, price is getting squeezed in. So if that is to play out at this area, divergence play out and upside could go up, yeah. And you can just do a measured move on this, just thinking outside the box here. That's the size of the wedge, and if it was to break up, then you're talking about a target, possibly, if it reverses here, 2147. That's all I got on CAN. I'm doing all I can. Alright, that's it. Quests done. Thanks to the 1,531 people tuned in. And thanks for the 550 likes, but I bet we could get 600 likes in 30 seconds. I think it's possible. Yep. So I know we got some new people in here, right? I mean, like every day we're getting new people. So you want to join the Discord if you're new. Like that's where the conversation continues when this live stream inevitably ends. We've got about 13,000 people in our Discord, very active, mainly in the Patreon, like the premium Discord. But yeah. Oh, there you go. There's 600 likes. What the heck? In 5 seconds, we got 600 likes. What the? Y'all were sandbagging, weren't y'all? Yeah, I can't believe it, man. It's like we're at 1,386 patrons, dude. So, I mean, like, we've never been this close to 1,400 ever. We've never had 1,380. Every time someone joins Patreon, it's a new record, a new all-time high. So, thanks for that throughout all this chop the past few months, man. Where Bitcoin's virtually done nothing. I mean, it's gone up and down. Tons of chop. But I mean, it's lower than it was in late February. Guh. And I just don't really, and there's no edge. There's just like no edge on Bitcoin right now. The only edge is somewhat bearish, where we've already talked about it. It's revisiting it at the top, beginning of the stream, top of the hour, or whatever. I mean, that is not, when you backtest old demand line as a supply line, that's not a bullish sign, even though it could just not break out the downside. But if it does, you know you're going down to 52,172 again, right? That's that old neckline from the old inverse head and shoulders right there that was already tested once, right? February 25th, March 3rd. But look right here, I'm talking about on Saturday night, it was tested as well for the bounce. So there could be more downside on Bitcoin. Just don't be scared.
Can we look at ENJ?
If you want, it'll look like everything else. It's down 10% today. And broke that demand line. Oh, it could be a bat or something, right? Coming up, possibly. No edge on the oscillators really right now. Back inside the range between $2 and $3. So he's probably requesting this asset because he's seeing this. Wow, Gartley stuff, but it's too deep. 786 was right here. So it is Gartley catching a reaction or two at the PCZ, but you could try to argue there's a little classic bullish evidence in the RSI. It's negative Momo is just starting to build again, and I just don't know how you can. It's there. I mean, it's definitely there, but man, I just think about Bitcoin. Like, it could leg down again. No problem. And there's just no way Engine's going to hold up if Bitcoin legs down to 52K again. There's no way. It's going to go down to $2 again. And once it breaks $2, it's going down to like 138. So, yeah, you can't ignore it. That's a 61% retrace. And look at the reaction. It's getting at a 78% retrace on D. That's nice, man. That's valid. Very valid Gartley here. Maybe getting a confirmation low, but you've had so many opportunities on Bitcoin and altcoins. Not so much Bitcoin in the past few months, but altcoins, man. The trade setups, they've been hitting targets over and over and over, and then Saturday night comes around, and now things could be different for a while, right? Another wave of selling could come in, and I just don't know how any opportunity here could play out, really. I mean, dude. Across the board, man, most things are down like 10%, 8 to 10% across the crypto market. Yeah, you got Doge, you got BNB, you got Maker, you got Monero that are up, right? And then, you know, a couple of offshoot S coins that no one's heard of that are up to. Congratulations, right? But I don't know, man. It's like profit taking. is happening, has happened, and there could be more profit taking, so just don't rule it out. And thanks for the 700 likes. Wow, y'all are amazing. So that's it, man. I've been live an hour and a half now, so I'm probably just going to get out of here, as Bitcoin just is not looking that great right now. Not at all.
It's all good, man. Your true fans are here regardless if Bitcoin pumps or dumps. Cheers.
I'm Skinny Pete. Thanks, dude. Alright, so if it does leg down again, 52K. So what you want to happen is just what happened in October 2019, inverse, where, you know, it'll chop around, and then eventually just go up, right? But that's got to occur. That has to happen. That's why we need more pieces of data. We need it to just extend along, and then the longer it gets, the chances it's not a flag. It just would continue up like that. So a fake out. There's nothing indicating a fake out yet. There's nothing saying that buyers or the sellers are exhausted yet. On the daily, the 4 hour, nothing. So it's just tough, man. To say, oh, it's a great time to take a long. It's not. It's not a good time to take a long Bitcoin right now. Even though it could go up, you're just flipping a coin if it does go up. Okay. So thanks for the likes, love, support, contributions, everything in between. I will be back. Until next time, respect the TA.
is JP. I am a robot. I like robots. I have a robot vagina.
Bow to your sensei. Bow to your sensei!
Adios, turd nuggets.